We're talking to Gilad Lotan from Buzzfeed. You're the largest privately owned digital media network in the world. What can an e-commerce professional do with your network?
Sure. Hi, Hans. So Buzzfeed is one of the largest media networks, primarily digital, and we reach this massive distributed audience online. It skews young, and it's quite a wide range. So we produce a lot of content, we distribute it across many properties online, and we have really great techniques to reach these audiences. And so what companies come to Buzzfeed for is for ways to reach the audience, the wanted audience.
So you co-create content with advertisers as well, or companies?
Exactly. We have effectively an agency in-house, and we work very closely on campaigns, and we create a lot of the content, and then also help reach the wanted audience.
Your audience is very broad, right? It's all kinds of different subjects and types of audiences.
Yeah, so the content that we create ranges from news, entertainment. There's a broad range of topics that we cover, and then the audience itself tends to skew younger online. So coverage millennials, obviously, and there are older populations, but the sort of big chunk of our audience skews younger.
What kind of reach do you have?
We have 200 million uniques. And Sorry?
Per day, per week?
Oh, sorry, per month. 200 monthly uniques. Yeah, I wish per day. 200 monthly uniques. And
That's worldwide?
Yes, worldwide. And 9 billion content views per month.
That's amazing. What's your dream for next year?
More efficiency. I deal with a lot of stuff that have to do with data and data science. And so we focus on ways in which we make better matches between our content and audiences. And so make their experience on Buzzfeed more delightful, more engaging, and make better matches with match them or show them content that they may be interested in.
So how do you do that?
So we do that by using some machine learning, training models on historical data where we learn from past behavior and then apply them to sort of new interactions that we get. So we surface certain pieces of content in certain places given all the historical data.
So that's like a predictive model for if you read this, we can predict the next article that you will likely be reading?
Yeah, one approach is to use collaborative filtering, which is the style of, based on your previous interactions, here are a few things you may be interested in, which we do. But there are other ways in which we use machine learning to inform our publishing layer. So given a piece of content, which property should it go on? There are hundreds of properties with massive audiences, and content could live in different pages and different places. And so how do we sort of scale up so that we're making more of these decisions and informing our publishing operation? Where do we place a piece of content? How should we route it across properties? Which content is evergreen and can be reused at a future point in time, and when? And so a lot of these publishing decisions, we're starting to leverage some data science into these recommendations and some automation.
So you use your offline media outlets for that as well, so that makes it a lot more complicated, right?
Offline?
You said you don't only do online media, you also do offline media?
What do you mean by offline?
Buzzfeed only does online media.
Yes, yeah. Only digital, yeah.
I misunderstood you.
Offline, you mean like paper?
Or maybe digital out of home?
Oh, no. Yeah.
Narrowcasting?
We do some syndication. I don't know if that's called offline. We syndicate our video content with partners. But yeah, our focus is digital, online.
And 1 year from now, what have you done different from this year, if I talk to you?
1 year from now, we've been able to sort of extend and expand the type of engagement that we care about. So longer sessions and more sort of views, users who are more engaged with the content online, and more accuracy in the predictions that we make to drive scale. Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Great. Any tips advice you can give to the Dutch professionals?
Yeah, so something that is, I think, really interesting about BuzzFeed and embedded in the culture is this idea around experimentation and iteration. And so we constantly have hypotheses and try to prove them or disprove them. Many times our experiments fail, which is great as long as we're learning. And so I'd say, especially in this day and age, as a media company, you have to continuously try new things and be comfortable with the fact that most of them may fail, but in many cases it can pay off, right? You can discover a new format or a way to reach audiences you'd never thought existed before.
Okay, thanks very much.
Thank you.